I think that was there from the very beginning because
Yeah,
you've got four different people who are into different kinds of music, and we always say you don't come out of the womb listening to Napalm Death, do you? You have to like you
Sure.
graduate, and that goes
Ease
back to
your way
Benji.
into it.
Yeah, like you ease your way in, and like we could be someone's intro to I don't know Slayer or Barrington Levi. You know,
yeah,
it,
exactly.
it that's what Benji's saying about the Gateway because that's the kind of music we're all into. We're all into these different kinds of things, and I think when starting out, you just play your instrument or sing how you sing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's gels. And I think probably by the end of the second record, it was like, oh, here we go.
We know
For
what we're doing. I mean, I want to make this music what I'm making. I want to make that extreme reggae music with extreme punk rock. I think that's what I think my whole life from a young kid growing through all the stuff I've ever done has never been of one genre. I'd find that so boring. I think you got to have music which pushes you, which what's the word I'm looking for? Which is a bit. It's
sort
not
of
the
tantalizes you, doesn't it? Those sort of things that you aspire to in your
yeah,
everyday life. I
yeah.
think if it's like eating the same food every day.
Yeah, music is supposed to be controversial. I think. I mean, it's not. It's supposed to be testy. It's supposed to be like, I mean, you look at a band like Skindred live. We go up against like on a massive festival. With Metallica and all these things, and we don't water our set down for anybody. No matter whether we support Volbeat or Disturbed or Gogo Bordello, we never water our set down because we think that you got to dictate to the audience what they dig, not they dictate to you. So I think if we were on tour with Metallica and say, oh, we're gonna have to play our hardest songs or whatever, I think you've compromised your sound already.
No, but that's very. I find that very. That's the way to be authentic, right? Instead of pandering to what you think
Yeah,
people
I'm
might
not going to
like.
do that. I'm not going to do that. Once we had a tour manager and he said to us, I think you should be playing all the more softer stuff because it's a softer audience. No, man. No, no, no. You got the wrong
Because
man
that's
for
like
that.
that's the red flag to the bull. To me,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you should be doing this. It's like, well, I'm going to do the exact opposite to what you've just said.
And that's when we're writing songs as well. Like with something like Our Religion, I know Aria would say to me, dude, we're being heavy, so you got to do the most melodic shit you can do. Soar across this evil force. And I
Yeah,
think that's something. Always go against it.
I think
If
that's
the
the thing.
music,
It's like do what you do
yeah,
over stuff that people would go, why is he doing that? And it's like, well, that's because you do what you do.
yeah, yeah. It's
It,
uncompromising,
you don't have to,
uncompromising
you know.
audio destruction.
No, and I think when you win over people in that fashion, it's even more satisfying because then it's
Uh,
like, okay, you've introduced something new to them.
Totally. You know what? We've won more fans in the last 3 years than we ever have. And that's because we've toured with bands like, respect bands like Volbeat and also Kiss, and these people are going there, they've never heard of Skindred. So we're not going on the stage. I'm doing what I do. I personally believe when we start, I come from a sound system background, a reggae sound system background. And I've taken the ethos of the reggae sound system and brought it to the metal world. And I ain't doing anything different. I'm still doing pull-ups and rewinds and come again selectors in the middle of a fucking Metallica audience. I'm doing what we do because I really believe that integrity is more important in music than anything. And if I go, like I said, if we're going on stage and we're playing a show and we're letting the crowd dictate to us, I think it's the worst thing you can do as a band. I mean, if I went on, if we somehow, some way, if we've got to play with the Rolling Stones, I'm not changing it.
Well, no, that's the thing about Skindred for me. Like, I believe in the numbers. I'm always say to you, I'm a believer in the numbers. And so, if there's an opportunity to tour with a band that plays a stadium, I don't care if I like the band or if I don't like the band. I believe
That's
that
it.
the more people there,
Listen,
you can sort of get.
I love playing the Skindred crowns, but there's a real bite in playing to people who's never heard of you. That is where when I'm preaching to the converted, it's great. But when you're winning souls to the lost who've never heard you, that's where the power is.